As they get on the boat, Kiku starts bossing them around, telling them to raise the anchor, drop that sail, pull that rope, do this.
I got on the gun.
And then we're out at sea. I'm assuming the last word we talked, we were said that we're going to head to here to get people.
To be
then
fair,
try to deal with a mass of angry people.
To be fair, Kiko, you left out one thing. You had to describe in every detail what we were supposed to do, because I don't think any one of us, besides Musashi, has ever been on a boat before.
Or even, like, operated one. And even then, I'm not even being... I'm getting on the gun. I'm just like, I'm manning my station.
Yeah, manning my station. But before we went, we took a, kind of shipped the dock of the boat, kind of put the anchor down the same ocean to go running around in the spiritual world. Kiku meted the centipede the first time ever.
And the centipede was talking more mad shit than ever before.
When the centipede was only trying to really mortally talk to you, ends up running into Kiku instead. But, yeah.
And then Kiku runs into Benjiro.
Yeah, then do a little bit of small talk. Benjiro is questionable, how the fuck you know all this? And then that's where exactly we pretty much left off. Oh yeah, Saucy was also doing spiritual training, and as well as Sanjiro was having a flashback and maybe possible image of the future, past, present.
I was going through character stuff.
You're going through character development. But yeah, that's where we left off. Oh, what the fuck did my computer do? Pixie, what'd you do?
You named your computer Pixie?
No, Pixie the cat. She walked by and then all of a sudden the computer just went to home screen and then got pulled back to Foundry.
Cat walked right by you, pissed on your computer, left.
Go ahead, sit down,
Why
Pixie.
would you name it?
I didn't. They were just like,
why?
oh, I would, if anything, I would go Cortana, and Cortana pops up.
No, name the cat Starscream.
Starscream.
Starscream is a great name. Starscream is a great name.
She's named after the Marvel character Pixie.
Okay.
The Marvel character Pixie.
Yeah, she's from comics. She's never been into a movie
Yeah,
film.
she's never been in the movie.
See, Marvel needs to up its animated series game, because in DC, I know all about the D-list and E-list heroes because I watch Young Justice.
This is another thing, although off topic, DC has they throw everything out to saying here's all of our stuff.
Well, they have a really strong animation division, and they really in the animation division are legitimate fans of their comics, so they're like, oh yeah, do you remember this guy from this whatever, and they'll throw them in.
Yeah,
they'll change them out, but I think DC has it over Marvel, but Marvel has much better live action movies. Well, until recently.
Yeah.
What am I talking about? Morbius was delightful.
That was Sony.
Oh, that's true. That's not Marvel.
Sony fucking sucks at making movies. I'm sorry.
Sony wasn't Morbin.
They can't write. They cannot write at all. Anyways, let's get into D&D.
To our D&D where we can't write.
So I'm guessing that we're all just kind of waking up at this moment.
Yeah, this is in the morning. You guys wake up out of y'all's spirit world travels.
And I was gonna say, because I was telling before we even. Or wait, no, didn't I faint?
Yeah, you fainted because and then went into the spiritual world.
That's
so
right.
you didn't actually finish the writing that you were doing.
Well, that's right. Because we set course for this place, right?
Yeah, we were heading course to this place because I said I'm manning the boat. I'm the captain of this boat, but I am letting you to choose your decision of either we go here.
Because we're supposed to jump off here and intercept. What's his face? Yeah, we're gonna go fight Conquest.
That was your Kika was giving you an option to either get your supposedly rally up some people if you can manage to do that over here, or just go here and figure out what's going on over here.
Fuck, Kiku, I'm rallying you. You're the people.
Oh yeah. And Ryan's spirit animal suggested that we go here. I think.
Yeah,
he was speaking about going here. But that was the plan. Like, that is the major plan to go here. But the rest of the group is wanting to still go after Conquest.
Yeah, we need to deal with Conquest first, because that's what your spirit animal told you we need to do.
Yeah.
And then after we deal with Conquest, then we head to the islands, level up at the islands, and then we deal with Pestilence and Death.
Anyways, Kiku's just going to try to start raising the anchor by herself.
Benjo's going to help.
I want to see how. Let's roll. Let me see how well am I doing it by myself. Not that good.
Strength check.
Yeah, go ahead, and if y'all are helping, just do a strength check.
I'm assuming,
let's get these out of the way. Jesus Christ.
Wait,
I'm assuming I have to do that to wake up.
you do wake up, but you're covered in blood. You feel really dizzy and woozy. Like, it's hard for you to stand up straight without feel like you're about to faint.
Musashi is very annoyed. He looks up and he sees what time is it, and he's like, "Blah!" He's like, like spits out chunks of blood, and he's like, "It's morning." He's like, "We've dallied far too long. We were supposed to intercept him."
Kiku's like, is it a fucking anchor stuck on something? Let me try this again.
No, so Sanjuro, yeah. So Sanjuro, while you're going with this, hold on, Pedro. While Kiku's like talking and about this fucking anchor's gotta be stuck, Musashi's like, we have to leave now, and he just fucking hold on, he's like because he's like, we've dithered far too long, and he just yanks it.
We are rolling shit on
it's so early in the morning. You guys are still sleepy.
I got it.
Tired, and y'all are sitting there pulling, and y'all are having trouble. And then Yamazashi comes over and is all like, "We need to go now," and just starts yanking the chain, with you guys still holding on to it.
I think as Musashi's yanking the chain, Benjo's actually running around in circles.
I like to think I'm yanking the chain and I'm yanking y'all. I'll start oh shit.
I'm like, fuck, oh shit, I go with the anchor. I'm like, alright, big man, Jesus.
Musashi's yanking the chain and Benjo's just running the anchor in circles.
She's like, you're on anchor duty, I swear to God, what the fuck?
Yeah, fucking. Yeah, and I'm just the whole time I'm just like, we need to sail now. He's like how how much time have we wasted? How long have we been out? It's like, and then I'm yelling at Benjo. It's like, how long did we have for him to get to the capital and all that?
Kiku goes
2 days. Benjo just kind of shrugs. And he just goes, give or take 2 days.
Sanjuro just sighs, just consternated, and he's just like, okay. He's just like, we sail now. We waste no more time. He's like,
they were moving pretty slowly.
And he just goes, then we must move fast. And then he's like, head to the town. He's like, they'll need to know.
As they're doing this, can I roll a perception to see where they're currently at?
Yeah, roll a perception.
That was so close to a 14.
Oh, I thought that was a 9.
Oh.
Benjo just kind of holds his head and tries to focus on it.
It's really early in the morning. You can tell that they're sitting still outside of the city. They probably have another half day until they get into that city, the southern Bay City.
Which city?
The southern Bay City.
Oh, this one here.
It's probably here.
That's not south.
Oh,
this one.
This is this right here. Yeah.
That is south.
All right. Benjo's gonna be like, I need a drink, but from what I can tell, they're on the southern city.
About half a day's Sure.
about a half a day away from the southern end of the city right here. As he tells Musashi.
Okay.
As Benjo quickly opens up a bottle of sake and just starts drinking.
I just give you a side look. Does he ever stop drinking?
No.
Your friends need
No, I can guarantee he doesn't.
turned up some. Oh, okay, yeah. I'll do that.
Rival companion. The bowl.
All right. Well, then I guess we drop the sails and start sailing to.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think we have anything else to do. I'm looking at my stuff. I had it kind of level for my barbarian.
Cello,
What's that?
we're sailing away.
Okay, give me a second.
Take
what
me
if I
away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Something,
Just secret
day. Honestly, yeah,
place.
that
Okay,
one.
so where are y'all landing?
I'm
This-
assuming this is where, since we're all
The-
pinging here,
I'm assuming this is going to be the remnants of Ray's forces are going to be mostly here, and we also know the people here because I spoke to them.
Yeah, you dock here. You are in a. I didn't specify which ship you guys are in. I mean, like the type y'all have, y'all know it. I'm saying like signifies this is a raised ship that y'all are in. So
Yeah,
there's no trouble getting. Yeah, there's no trouble getting into the port. As you dock, you already met with some guards, kind of just sitting there with like a notebook, as if they're checking some things off. As they look up, Jian's like, "We aren't expecting," and then they just look over the group and they're like, "Who the hell are you guys?"
Kiku
That's-
just a final
Riot-
finger just waving with it, like moving the fingers like hello.
Yeah, Musashi pretty much instantly jumps off the boat and onto the dock, and he's like, I need to talk to the captain by name, like I mentioned, like the guy who I was talking to before, in here whenever I was being Musashi, and I basically say I need to talk to that man. And then I pretty much asked him, I'm like, have you not gotten word from the regional capital?
This is no news has come down here yet, but we could.
I look at him, right, and I just have this like look on my face, right? I got like acting, like I just look shocked and like mournful and sorrowful, and I'm just like, they've traitored us. He goes, my friend, those dogs in Nishina. He goes, I guess they didn't believe Ray would keep to his word, so the old man had him killed. He goes, he says, I've heard his youngest son is in open rebellion over the treatment of such a noted and respected daimyo. He's like, but this is too much. This has gone too far. To assassinate a daimyo of such stature, he's like, you must spread the word. All men loyal to Ray must be made aware. They must make their way east and following the forces of Lord Ryan. I was about to be like, Seth, what's your name?
Oh,
What's your name?
what's your name?
No, they need to follow the forces in rebellion with Lord Ryan.
Tony.
Yeah, sure. As they take off running.
Yeah, I start making my way. Like I'm putting on this like act, right? Like I'm trying to be as like regal and diplomatic as possible, and I'm making my way up to the I'm making my way to the little I don't know, the big building of the town, pretty much. You know what I mean? And anybody who's like, who looks like they're important or is like, and even trying to stop to talk to me, I'm making a big show and I'm speaking very loudly about the, they've betrayed Ray whenever he was, considering offers from the younger brother, and basically explaining this weave of how it's just too much now. Even the lords under Nishina are in rebellion and over this outrage, and and all this.
I'm guessing Bender's gonna do it too, just to the common foot soldiers. Like he's gonna go to like the local bars and stuff like that, and spreading that Lord Ray, Nishina killed Lord Ray, and to help avenge Lord Ray, you should join Lord Ryan.
I'm also embellishing too. I'm like, they held him hostage in his own castle for weeks, and then he.
I mean, technically, you're not wrong with that.
I'm not. Yeah. I give all the gruesome details. Like he was held hostage by Nishina's most powerful servant for weeks, and his most vile and torturous agent, and then and then they as soon as the man mustered the will and the dignity that he was due for being a daimyo, Nishina struck him down.
Yes.
So I'm making it out to be very bad.
Well,
and the
well,
only
You set a timer for 9 a.m.
One set for 9 a.m.
Musashi, you're doing it to the higher officials. Benjamin's doing it to the low-level soldiers.
Yeah.
So we're kind of splitting off into that.
Yeah, and that's kind of the goal. I'm also dragging Ryan with me.
I was gonna say that Ryan would be with you.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm trying to be like, oh yes, and Ryan was there whenever he went to negotiate with Ray on behalf of the new territory, and Nishina didn't like that because I guess we can roll with you were installed in that territory by the younger brother.
Yeah.
And so there's kind of right, like, and this is the crux of the rebellion, is that the younger brother is trying to establish respectable daimyo and has established all these networks and trade amongst the lords, like, once the war's over. And he's being consternated at every turn by the Lord Nishi, right, his father, who wants to keep the war going for whatever reason. And now he's lost the respect of even his own mainland lords.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even know if that's technically true. I'm gonna assume it is, because that's technically that whole part of the deal supposed to be the younger brother.
I'm also guessing Seto's with me, trying to spread these lies.
Yeah, Seto's with you.
So me
And
and Ryan
we're here doing bar hopping, telling lower level soldiers about
Benjiro's doing his
betrayal.
own thing, going to bars while we're talking to soldiers.
Yeah, I know that's what I'm saying. Me and Ryan and Benjiro and Sato.
Yeah.
You guys are talking to the higher official soldiers.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying the two groups are me and Ryan and you and Sato.
Yeah, we're just here spreading just rumors, just being like,
I'm assuming, like, I tell the captain of the town or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you walk in, you come in. The whole building is now kind of in chaos. There are people running back and forth, guards running everywhere.
Because everybody's heard the news.
As you get to the main room, you see the captain there. He's just kind of like rubbing the bridge of his nose as he's just shaking his head. As he looks up at you and just like, I heard the news that Ray is dead. Is this true?
That is right.
Musashi just kind of sighs and goes, unfortunately, the most deadly of Nishina's agents was the one watching him. He kind of shrugs and he goes, I suppose it makes sense. He was one of the most important lords of the land. And he just kind of shakes his head, though, and he's just like, still though, I didn't think he would be this brazen to openly kill him just for speaking to even speaking for one of Nishina's own. He's like, truly the rebellion has begun. He's like, this state of affairs can't last much longer.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure the most populous city in all of the South is in chaos.
Musashi again, he just really he kind of sighs and he sort of rubs his chin and he goes I can't say for certain, but I don't expect the agent who killed Lord Ryan to linger in the city. I suspect he'll let the troops do most of the
you mean Ray?
most of the attacking. No, Death.
Oh yeah, Death. almost killed me.
Death is probably I'm sorry, not Ryan, Lord Ray. My bad. Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't mean
Ray.
that. The agent who killed Ray is almost certainly going to be leaving the capital, and then
That just leaves a power vacuum here.
yeah,
Many people are going to be wanting to take that position.
I basically tell the captain, I don't know the local politics of the region. I don't know who would make the best fit for that role. But he shrugs and goes, but the end and answer to this conflict is in the capital of Kyoso.
Ray has three sons.
I think your phone is ringing.
One in a monastery, one in a monastery high in the mountains. Last I heard.
Ryan just looks kind of grimace at that statement.
Yeah, and Musashi just kind of pretty much again rubs his chin and goes, "I think we can strike that son off the list." We intercepted a raiding party. Unfortunately, they had completely destroyed the temple by the time we had gotten there. He shrugs and goes, "We killed them for it," but he goes, "The damage was done, so unless he turns up, he's probably dead."
One son who, he honestly wants nothing to do with Lord Ray is down in the city here. Kind of just... I hear he has his own business. All I know. And then the third son is in Lord Ray's castle with Ray, or should have been, because he was only 8. He's only 8. So.
We didn't have much time to search the castle at the time.
Musashi kind of grimaces at that one and goes, until he shows up, he may be dead too. He's like, did anybody know that boy by person?
No, none here. His, personal guard would be with him, but...
Musashi just sighs and goes, well, unless the personal guard shows up, we can't just take in any boy claiming to be the Prince of Ray.
Right. So if you want a replacement for Ray to be in the bloodline, I would go talk to the son in the south, but I don't know if he would take that position. He wasn't too much into politics.
Sanjiro shrugs and goes, well, there's not much politics to do right now. It's more of a matter of survival. Well, perhaps that could convince him. But that's a secondary issue for me. Right now, I'm trying to stop more of these agents from wreaking havoc across your land. He goes, unfortunately, I failed at the capital, but there was no way I could have stopped that.
Yes, so there's more agents here.
At least 3 in total. We should be killing one, which would
they
leave
grouped
2.
here just for Ray.
Turn that down. The neighbors are getting pissed off. She's hitting the wall.
And then he basically says, we can knock it down to 2, and one of them is probably going to leave back for the capital, or they're going to start chasing us. He shrugs and just kind of goes, I don't know, whichever is worse. and then he says, that would leave one remaining agent, and thankfully they seem to be very stationary and content with causing chaos out in the countryside. He goes, that man, you should have enough time to deal with him yet. And he just shrugs and goes, as much as it pains me to say this, being Musashi Miyamoto, you need to kill any and all Nishina soldiers in this territory. For as far as you're concerned, they're compromised. And as soon as you secure the mountains to the plains and the coasts, you need to head east to the city of Oshina and help with the battle there. He's like, we've liberated the siege, but then it's only a matter of time before another larger army of Nishina's men come down and barrel through.
Right.
He shrugs and goes, I know you're only a captain and can do so much. He's like, but you have to know where the rest of the chain of command is, and they'll listen to you before they listen to me, especially after the recent events.
As much as I want to help, right now we have a problem. In the southern city is, I'm getting reports that the attacks from the slaves has gotten more and more and closer to the city. I'm expecting an attack soon. I'm sending troops that way, but...
Musashi kind of rubs his chin and goes, we could deal with that. In fact, that might be able to knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm still looking for an associate of mine in these lands, and they would fit right in that rebellion there. And they might be stupid enough to decide to lead it. And he just goes, he's like, we'll deal with that if that can free up troops to organize more, or at least attempt to retake on your capital. He shrugs though and goes, but if that 4th agent decides to linger in the capital, he can kill the whole army that you muster with a few motions of his arms. He is a monster.
You gotta squints at that, as if like he's not believing what you're saying, but at the same time, coming from Musashi Miyamoto, he's not going to like deny it.
So Musashi kind of narrows his eyes at him after he kind of looks at skepticism, and he just says, if you see a shinobi clad in black with a white mask, run. Obscure his vision and run. Create as much smoke as you can and leave. You and all your men. There's no point in fighting him. In fact, I wouldn't even shoot arrows at him. I mean, I would if I were very brave, but man can kill with a glance. He nearly took out Lord Ryan here with a word. He can get into your mind, and he will tell you things you don't want to listen to. Ignore him.
I didn't even talk out loud. I just thought words.
I didn't even give him that much sass.
Yeah, Musashi just kind of shakes his head and goes, yeah, he's that consternating to deal with. He's like, you have to be in complete control of operating off of pure instinct. And even then, that pure instinct is to run away. He just shrugs and goes, until we find a way to properly fight him, I would recommend that he's someone everyone runs from. Yeah, you're not here. You're not here, Benjiro.
No, I was kind of wondering how many bar fights do I end up starting?
Oh my god.
Probably a lot.
So when you're saying this, you actually have not been seeing any Nishina soldiers in the city.
Mm-hmm.
But as you're saying this,
the capital.
Most of the guards in the area kind of get up and just run out.
All the guards.
As y'all are spreading this, they're just getting up and running out.
I like to think they're all just screaming, "It's happening! It's happening!"
The end of all things.
All the peasants start pulling out their swords and like yari, like their spears and shit.
They take out their fucking pitchforks.
They're just like, "It's happening, boys!"
Kiku, what are you doing?
Oh, I would be talking to Stray and see how is he doing with the upgrades that he said he can do to the boat.
I knew it. You're gonna make him upgrade your shit.
You see that, like, once y'all dock and y'all get off, you kind of stay on the docks a bit, and then you go back on the boat to see what Stray is doing. He has this just a whole bunch of papers out just on the deck as he's just writing in a language you can't read. He's just writing a bunch of stuff.
It's not that you can't read it. It's that Dutch isn't a language.
As you see that he goes and like he starts measuring pieces of the boat, and then he'll run back to a paper and mark something down, then run to another boat part of the boat, measure it, and he just keeps running back and forth between pieces of the boat.
I'm just watching him running back and forth, and I'm like, what exactly are you doing?
Preparing.
To run? All I've seen you is running back and forth and right now then writing down something.
No. I'm preparing blueprints and construction.
Oh, I think I know what he's doing with the ship.
Are you about to make this thing like the thing like you made at the bar over there?
Don't worry about it.
I would love to, but this seems a bit impossible. Unless we can find some, weird source of unlimited magic. I don't think it's possible.
Oh my fucking god.
Kiku gives like she kind of like looks and like thinks about something. And she's like,